Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are trying out some new products and we're doing a chit-chatty get ready with me while we get ready for my birthday dinner. Luke has some things planned. I don't know exactly what we're doing, who we're going with, but we're going out for my birthday. So you guys, we are trying out some new products. I have some thoughts. I may have made a mistake using one of them and it was my fault. But before we jump into it, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications, new videos. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. But if you want to see what products I used and what mistakes I made, just keep watching. Okay, you guys, I'm so excited. We are actually gonna do a chatty get ready with me because tonight is also my birthday dinner. My birthday was yesterday, August 3rd, but I'm also pre-recording because Jamie and I have our trip down to Orlando, just the girls having fun at Disney and Universal. So I'm so excited for that. But I also feel like I haven't filmed in a while and I think it's been like a week almost. There's a story, I'll talk about it, but I have a bunch of new products to try out. I think I only had to grab a couple out of my collection to just supplement in, but I wanted to see what it's all about, see if there's anything that I need to take with me to Orlando. I'm excited though. First, we have the release from Lethal Cosmetics. So this was actually, I want to say it's like the multi-chrome, the Pure Metals bundle. So the 6 shades that are in the release, one, they're sold individually. So if you don't like all the shades, you can just purchase them each individually, or what I did was the bundle, which retails for on their site $56.50, and there are 6 gorgeous shades. The palette itself, you can purchase it separately. I want to say it's like $5 or $6. Don't quote me on that. I know that I purchased the bundle and then I grabbed the 6-pan. So it is magnetized on the back. You can pop them out if you want to switch out the shades or change around how you have them laid out. But looking at these shades online, I was so excited for them and I have not swatched them. We are going to swatch them here in a minute so I can figure out what I want to wear on my eyes, as well as it's all chrome metal shades. So I did pull an eyeshadow palette to kind of supplement what I want to do on my eye. Let me go ahead and swatch them, see what they're all about, and we'll figure out a way forward. Okay, you guys, so here's my dilemma. When I put them in the pan, I can no longer see the names of the shades, but I do happen to have their website up so I can hopefully know what the shade names are. But they're stunning, absolutely stunning. These swatches blow my mind. The one that I swatched first, that one is Bismuth. If you know, let me know. This has blue with holographic shifts. I am leaning towards that one so much. But if you look at the 4th one, that one looks like it is, I want to say alloy. It's the pinky shade. Kind of looks like a rose gold. Really love that one, but I lean towards those shades a lot. So I don't know if I want to do that. And then the very pinky shade at the end, I think that one is Cobaltite? I'm not sure. But that pink shade is stunning. I absolutely love all 6 shades. There was a bundle with 12 shades and the entire bundle was like $150. I wasn't willing to spend all of that. But the great thing is if there's 1 or 2 shades that you like, you can pick those up individually and then mix and match them. I love that about Lethal Cosmetics. I'm really leaning towards Bismuth and then also the purpley shade, which I think is Mercury. So I'm wondering if there's a way I could merge those together. I do know I'm going to do a brown smoky eye. We'll jump into that palette here in a minute. Let me figure out what the heck I'm going to do. Okay, you guys, I think I have a way forward. We are going to prime our eyes with the p.louise base. I need to buy a new one. I think I'm starting to run out. I have been loving this. And I talked about it, I think in the Chris Stapleton Get Ready With Me. Even when it's super hot here and my oily skin is like super not happy with me, this will still make my eyeshadow just stay put. No creasing, no smudging. And I love that it cancels out my veins. I forgot what those were called. They're not lines, I've got plenty of those. but it'll at least cancel out my blue veins, especially when I'm wearing more neutral shades. I tend to wear a lighter shade of pink than this when I go to work, which, you guys, when me and Jamie were looking for like Harry Potter and Disney shirts for our trip, I found this one. I know it's not fall, it's August. I'm so sorry, but I liked it and I figured that I needed to have it. I'll see if I can find the link for this. If you are a Harry Potter fan and fall vibes is like your thing, go check her out because you can actually change the color of the shirt. Also, I know one of my friends asked me about like skin prep because I don't really talk about what I put on my skin before I do my makeup. Today I used the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dew Drops. This I don't put a lotion on top of because it just leaves my skin feeling nice and hydrated and glowy. And then I use the JLo Beauty That Fresh Take Eye Cream. This was in one of my subscription boxes. These two, I love how my skin feels. So that is what I used for my prep before everything else. Now I'm thinking brown smoky eye. And I just reached into the collection. I grabbed my dose of colors. This is the Desi and Katie Friendcation. I wore this the other day and I got so many compliments on it. And it's really just the tan and brown shades that we're going to use. Nothing too crazy. It's not new. Any tan or brown shades that you have in your collection, grab those. Those will work. But I just love this palette. I've had it for quite some time and I reach for it a lot. I wore it to work the other day and I got compliments, and I don't usually go too dark for work, but the one day I did a little bit. So we're just gonna take this light tan shade right here. I think it's what necessary. So if you do have this in your collection, which look at this, it's so beautiful and shiny. I'm distracted by the shininess, but just grabbing a tan shade, putting it into the crease. Actually, I think the last like vacation I took this on was the one to London. I love using this palette just to do like a brown smoky eye and then a pop of color in the center. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go into this darker brown shade. I think that one is Just a Kiss. Also still my fluffy crease brush, just to deepen it up a little bit, not too much. And then going into this deeper shade, Dirty Money. Oh, so I told you guys I was going to tell you about why I haven't been filming. Was it last weekend? It was horribly hot. It was a heat wave. I want to say it was like 95, 96 the entire weekend until Sunday when we started to get like storms and it started to cool off. But our AC started to not work upstairs, and we have two systems, one downstairs, one upstairs. And it's nice because when one went out, we still had AC downstairs. Well, when I was talking to some people that like, hey, do you have an AC repair guy, or just asking some questions to kind of figure out what to do. They're like, oh, it's the heat wave. No one's ACs can keep up. And I was like, all right, cool, fine, whatever. But I'd never had that issue when I lived in Florida. And Luke was kind of perturbed, but he wasn't here. He was on duty all Saturday, Sunday. And I think it started to go out like Friday night. It just wasn't keeping up. And ooh, I like that. So we're smoky there for right now. And I'm gonna go into the purple shade, which is Mercury. I'm gonna pick this one up so slightly on the middle finger. But when it got unbearable, I want to say it was like Monday, it just got so bad. It was so hot upstairs. I want to say it was averaging between like 81 and 88, and I had the fan on. We have the Dyson floor standing fan on. It was just so hot and humid upstairs and it was unbearable, so we ended up sleeping on the couch. Well, Luke, he is good with electronics, so he was just kind of poking it around, looking at the AC system. And I'm going to go into the shade Bismuth, which is that blue and holographic. I'm going to take it right here and into the purpley shade. I don't want to ruin it. I don't think it will, but so Luke was messing around with the AC and he noticed that like the control panel looked a little weird. Like there was some charring around. I think it was like, I think he said it's the resistors. I'm not an electrician. I don't know these things. That's not my job. But he started to look up the parts and pieces and stuff, and I think he said he found the control panel on Amazon for like $50. So he ordered it. All right, I'm gonna pick it up on a dry brush and just kind of finesse the inner corner. It is a very soft shade, so. But we finally got it in, I wanna say Wednesday, because it was the night before my birthday, so Wednesday, yeah. And he put the control panel in. I was cooking dinner and he was like, I don't think it's working. I was like, give it some time. Let's eat dinner, see if it starts to work. It dropped like 5 degrees. And I want to say it was like 88 when he first installed it. So we're down to 83. And I was like, all right, well, it's dropping. It seems like it's working. But that also meant I couldn't unpack anything. I couldn't organize the makeup drawers. I didn't want to touch my makeup because it was just so hot and humid in the house. I was afraid that if I opened any of like my tube lipsticks, they would just be melted and gross, which I'm still scared of. But it kind of pushed back my timeline of getting the room situated. I'm gonna go and put some more of Mercury back into the center. Those are really pretty. I think for this, I should have just stuck with one shade because Bismuth seems to be overpowering Mercury. Like I can see it a little bit, but I still think the similarity, I should have just stuck with one of them. I'm not mad at it. I'll leave it how it is. But I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't unpacking. I wasn't even pulling things that I need for our trip. And I barely wanted to come upstairs. In the morning when it was like cool enough, I would come up here, shower, do my makeup, and then go to work, and I would stay downstairs the rest of the day. Now let me go do this eye, and I'll be back for the rest of the products. Okay, so I did try and clean up some of the glitter, but this is why I do my eyeshadow before I do everything else, because I have glitter everywhere. For primer, this isn't new. I've talked about it in previous videos. This is the RMS Beauty Re-Evolve Radiance Locking Primer. Absolutely love this. Saw Tarte use it, and I have been reaching for this nonstop. My skin looks beautiful when I use this. Just a little bit. That's what, 2 pumps. And I love the scent. It smells so clean. But needless to say, we do have AC. It's been nice and cool in the house upstairs. And I think Wednesday night was finally the first night like sleeping upstairs again. I just don't really sleep on my couch. I used to sleep on the couch all the time as a kid, and as an adult, like knowing that I have my own room, I just find myself sleeping better in my bed. And that's not to say like as a kid I didn't have my own bed. My sister and I had bunk beds, and I would go and sleep out in the living room on the couch. And then as a teenager I had my own room, but it's just preference. Also, Tarte Timeless, I love this for smoothing and making these pores disappear. But tonight we are going out for my birthday. Last night we just took it easy. I went and got my nails done for the girls trip with Jamie. I got Harry Potter on this hand, well, these two, and then the Mickey ears, and then all Mickey on this side. They're so cute. I think these are the cutest like design nails I've had my girl do, and she always asks, are we doing design today? And we've had the conversation on this channel about military standards for nails. So needless to say, I'm having fun. Granted, it's only for 2 weekends and a full week, so about 9 days. But for me, it's fun, it's worth it. I get to have a little bit of self-expression outside of standard neutral nails. Okay, for foundation, I picked up the Lancôme Tint Idole Ultra Wear. This has a sunscreen of 25, and I got mine in shade 310 Neutral. Never used this before. I really hope it's the right shade. When I did the shade match in store, it looked like it would be my right shade. So I guess we're just gonna go right in. and hope that's the right shade. We're just gonna start with one side. That way, if it's the wrong shade, I don't have to take off the entire face. It looks like it's the right shade. I do think it's buildable because that was only one pump. So let's see. It looks like it oxidizes pretty quickly. Like it goes up in shade because when you pump it out, it looks pretty pale. I think it'll work. And then I just realized I never grabbed a bronzer. I'm gonna reach for that here in a second. One of my big no-nos is trying foundation, concealer, and powder all on the same day, but we're doing that today. So I'm really hoping everything works and turns out, but if not, I'll suck it up. I wonder how it will be covering my remnants of my pimple. I don't get pimples like too frequently, but when I do, they're vicious. Yes, I put something over it. It had acne treatment on it earlier. I think I'm gonna do cream products for bronzer and all that because I have cream blushes. So I also do right here in the inner sockets of my eyeball, just because I want to like blend this together where my primer is for my eyeshadow. All right, so I just grabbed my Milk Sculpt Stick and Stoked. And I almost didn't put my hair down, you guys, because the weather has, like, it's just been storming all day. I couldn't even be bothered to do my makeup this morning. I had physical therapy, and then I was just like, I'm gonna come home and take my makeup off anyways to redo it for dinner tonight. So went naked face today, and then just put more effort into doing my makeup tonight. Or this afternoon. It looks like nighttime because it's really cloudy out. But I just figured I would have more fun doing my makeup with you guys. I say a little, but just depends on how it's reading on camera. So the other thing, Luke planned my birthday. And last year, I had PTSD from him planning my birthday. I say that, I love him to death. He means well. But last year, and I don't know if I've told you guys the story. I know I talk about a lot of things with you. But last year, he tried to do a surprise birthday. When we first started dating, I want to say his birthday was only like 5 or 6 months into us like dating. And it was just him and I. We went out to dinner. But for my birthday, he wanted to surprise me. So I'm just doing the Huda Beauty Tantour in light. So he tried to do a surprise birthday party. One of the places that I really like around here, Hanks, they have indoor outdoor seating. They'll do live music. Just, it's a fun environment. It's in the college area over by ODU. And they have some really good like bourbon cocktails. They've got beer on tap, different drinks, bourbon cocktails, like they have a little bit of something for everyone. And their food is freaking delicious. They have a fig and brie ham sandwich. Absolutely love it. So the morning of my surprise birthday party, I had gotten up, I was working out, but before I went and worked out, I think I had gone out to the fig tree because I had one in my house or in my backyard. And I picked a couple figs because I had picked up some brie and some crackers and I was just going to have a little snack. And I get done with my workout and I went to go grab the crackers. Luke had eaten all the water crackers. I was like, what? That was when we first started dating and he was doing like keto hardcore. Keto, you can't have carbs. There's a couple other things that you can't have, but I was like, water crackers have carbs, you know that, right? But he ate all of them. So I was just like, whatever, I was perturbed. But then I asked him, I was like, hey, are we doing anything today, like, that I need to plan for? Nothing. He was like, well, I was gonna celebrate your birthday for you, but your friends didn't want to hang out with you. And I was like, okay. So I thought it was weird because my friend Casey had asked me if I would take her, if I would go with her to get running shoes. And I was like, okay, like, she can ask me to go get running shoes, but she doesn't want to celebrate my birthday. Whatever. So I was like, cool, I'll go with her. Not a big deal. Don't tell me my friends don't want to hang out with me. Like, I love my friends and I will bend over backwards for them. But I was just kind of like annoyed. But when I had talked to Casey, I was like, hey, let me know what time you want to go and get tennis shoes. I'm just going to take it easy today. I'm probably going to do like yoga pants, no makeup, and just be chill. And she's like, oh, well, like, she's heading over to my house to pick me up. And she's like, are you sure? Like, do you want to go grab lunch or something? I was like, yeah, we can grab a bite to eat. Not really thinking about it. And she's like, well, I'm dressed really cute. Maybe you should dress a little cute too. And I was like, I don't. Like, that was the last thing on my mind, was to do my makeup or anything. Like, I was just kind of, this sucks. Like, my friends don't want to hang out with me. Like, whatever. So for concealer and powder, I have the Lancôme Tint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. And then I have the Givenchy Prisme Libre Matte Finish Enhanced Radiance Loose Powder. I have the 4-in-1 Harmony in Voile Rosé. Apparently pink powder is coming back in. So, oh, it's got a little puff. And then they have it all separated. So I don't use the puffs a lot. I have my Beauty Blender puff. Like, whatever. I'm going to put the cap back on, shake it up a little bit so that we can get some in here, because I'm pretty sure they're supposed to mix together. Find it interesting that they are separated, but whatever. This is also a splurge for me. So when they're mixed together, that's what it looks like. Givenchy is not cheap at all. It is definitely high end. There's a very light scent to it. Interesting. And then I have shade 260 for the concealer. So needless to say, Casey comes over and I'm putting makeup on. And when I want to like go in a hurry, I can get my makeup done in like, say 15-20 minutes if I'm in a hurry. If I'm not in a hurry, it can take me 2-3 hours. But when she got to my house, she was like, yeah, like, throw a little makeup on, put a cute outfit on. She's like, you don't have to go too crazy with it, just, you know, kind of brunch attire. And I was like, okay. So I'm getting ready and I'm annoyed because of Luke, and because the way he phrased it, like, your friends don't want to hang out with you. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Needless to say, that's not the case. This man had planned a surprise party. My friends were sitting at Hank's waiting, and I was being a brat. I'll be the first to admit it. I was being a brat. I was just in my feelings. I was just like, wow, like, my friends don't want to hang out with me. Like, I thought I was closer to my friends than that. I was. They were there. There were some that couldn't make it, and they had understandable reasons as to why. And I'm not going to go into that. That's their business. But, like, understandable. Oh, I really like how this looks under my eye right now. Also, usually when I do concealer, I don't do both eyes because I don't know how quickly they dry down. But thankfully, this didn't dry down too quickly and it's still workable. So 2.5 hours later of me throwing a bratty tantrum, as bratty of a tantrum as a 38-year-old can have. I think I've mastered that, actually. I think I'm going to add a little bit more in just right here. Not too much. We've head over to Ghent, which was not by where we were supposed to be going for tennis shoes. And we get over there and I see Luke's truck. And his is not, I mean, it's recognizable. He doesn't have Virginia plates. And I was like, that's weird. I'm pretty sure that's Luke's truck. And Casey's like, that's weird. I don't know why he would be here. Well, that would be because this man was sitting outside at a picnic table and had gone over there 3 hours prior and set up decorations for my birthday. I felt so bad because when I walked in, the bartender and them were like, "Oh, are you the birthday girl? The birthday girl that's late?" And I was like, I felt so bad. Some of my friends did leave at that time or had already left because they didn't expect me to be 2 hours late. But this year I told Luke, I was like, I've got PTSD. If we're doing something, tell me we're doing something. If we're not doing something, just tell me we're not doing something and we'll just stay home, watch a movie, whatever. He was like, I was like, I've got PTSD from last year and I was a real brat. So, needless to say, he did tell me we're doing a dinner tonight and that he invited some of my friends. All right, I am going to go in with the powder now. It looks so finely milled. But he was having issues with the arrangements. And so the other thing was this year, because I knew more of his friends and I could like coordinate things, I knew their numbers without having to like go into his phone, because I'm so weird about like going into another person's phone. Like, that's your personal business. I would expect that you would trust me and I'm going to trust you until you give me a reason not to. And then at that point, like, if you're hiding something, if you're cheating, like, why are you in the relationship? So, I'm not going through his phone. This year, though, I knew his friends a little bit better. We had different events that were leading up to his birthday. So I would be like, hey, this is what I'm planning. I need your number so we can coordinate. And, I even went so far as his sister's brother's wife. I'm friends with her on Facebook and I was like, hey, I need her number. So she was able to get me her number and everything. But for his birthday, I got 6 of his close friends and his sister just to do like a dinner. And I ordered him a Star Wars cake. And then I bought this man an Xbox, which I'm not a huge video gamer. A video game actually ruined my first engagement. That's a whole story. I don't think I've ever told you guys that one. So I just feel some sort of way about video games. Like, it shouldn't ruin a relationship. And it wasn't like a video game console that ruined it. It was World of Warcraft. But anyways, I digress. So I feel some sort of way about video games. Like, if you're with the person and you guys can play video games together, like Luke and I have played Super Mario Brothers. He has like a Super Nintendo console, and one night we stayed home and played together. But if you're just playing by yourself and the other person is just watching you, for me that's weird. There's weird like circumstances. Like, if I'm working on a video and I'm editing it, I'm okay with him playing video games. But if we're just like after dinner hanging out or whatever, I would prefer that we watch like a movie or a TV show together. Everyone has their preferences, but I know how I feel about video games because I had an engagement and because of one. That's a whole story. Maybe if you want to hear that story, let me know. We'll do another story time. When I planned Luke's birthday with all of his friends, and I'd say all of them, he's got a lot of friends. His close friends that are in the area that we spend the most time with, and then went out to dinner, and then we ended up hanging out with his brother and our sister and brother-in-law afterwards. He had a great time. He's like, I don't know how I can top that. I was like, you don't have to. That's not what this is. It's not a competition. I like how my skin looks. We'll see how everything like plays out and sets. Also, there's like a white hue right now only because I need to brush away what's excess. So when Luke was talking about my birthday, there were things that were happening with our work schedules, mostly his work schedule, that were going to postpone my birthday. I was like, babe, we don't have to. Like, it's not a big deal. He's like, no, I got to make up for last year. Because he also said that he messed up in saying that my friends didn't want to hang out with me. I was like, yeah, you should have been like, hey, let's go to brunch. And then or had Casey tell me like, let's go to brunch. I'll get cute for brunch. But telling me that my friends don't want to hang out with me and them being told we're just going to go buy tennis shoes. Like, I'm not getting cute for that. Like, I could wear yoga pants and that be it. I am going to put whatever bronzer is still left on my brush. I'm just going to tap it into place a little bit because the concealer did tone it down, but nothing extra, no excess. Put some color back into the forehead. See, simple, easy, fixes that. Shoot, I forgot I have cream blushes. I do this all the time. Let me go ahead and finish off my eye and then we'll go do the cream blushes. Dang it. I even said early on, like, I've got cream blushes. This is, dang. Welcome to my channel. I forget things. All right, to do the under eye, I'm going to go back into this shade right here that is Necessary, just in my tiny smudger brush. Tap that into place. But this year, so like I said, Luke's schedule was up in the air and undecided. Technically, he was going to be gone this week, and then his schedule changed, and now he's home. So he decided to try and plan something for my birthday, and I think we're going out to dinner. He was having an issue with restaurants allowing him to bring a cake, and I told him, I said, babe, I don't need a cake. If it's that big of a deal, I don't need a cake. He was not letting it go. I think he'd already ordered it. I'm not ruining it for him if that's what he wants to do. Now I'm going to go into the shade Just a Kiss, but he tries. He really does try. So I think I have an idea of who all is coming. I don't think I know everyone that is coming to the birthday dinner. He did invite my grandmother. I don't think she's going to go. When he invited her, she said that she would. But then the next day, she asked me if I'd be okay if she didn't go. So a little background story. I'm going to go into the next shade before I start. I'm going to go into the shade Dirty Money. Grandma's a type 2 diabetic. She's 82 years old. Diabetes is finicky. We don't have it down to a science, but we have it more figured out than we used to. And I try and keep as much on hand to bring her up or sugar-free so that she doesn't have to starve when her blood sugar is too high and we're waiting for insulin to come down. It's complicated. But there was one day, so the day that Jamie and I did our video, we were taking Grandma to do yakiniku. And that morning when she got up, she was running a little bit high, and she didn't quite understand like Norfolk humidity and the heat. She lived in Michigan. They just don't get the same humidity. By the time we were leaving, like, her blood sugar was fine. When we got to the restaurant, she was doing okay, but then we got an alert that her blood sugar had slid too low. So the all-you-can-eat yakiniku has a little separate salad bar type of thing, and they had fried chicken and stuff that had sugar. And so I went up and grabbed some fruit, chicken nuggets or whatever, and some other things that she could just kind of like snack on to bring her blood sugar up. But she wasn't feeling great after that, and she felt really embarrassed. Jamie doesn't quite know like the diabetes. We talked about it, but I think Grandma was kind of embarrassed that it happened when we were out to lunch, and I think she felt like she ruined lunch, but she didn't. It's touchy, and we had to adjust her sliding scale because that's a whole complicated thing too. But I told her, I said, if you want to go with us, and if you don't, and you don't feel comfortable, you, me, and Luke can go do dinner one night, just the three of us. And she feels more comfortable doing that. I think she's afraid that her blood sugar will be fine when we leave the house, and by the time we get to the restaurant and get food, that if it slips too much, she's not going to feel good, and where we're going is downtown, and she doesn't want to have an episode. I understand that. I get that. So I think probably Sunday night, because tomorrow night I'm working the Snoop Dogg concert, which I'm going to do my makeup before I do that. I'll talk to you guys about Snoop Dogg later. Yeah, anyways. So, for highlighter and inner corner, I'm going to use the highlighter from Floss. This one's in the shade Sunset. Got this in a subscription box. But I get why she doesn't want to go. And I'm not mad. I mean, I would feel bad if she had an episode too. So I understand her concern. But I think we're going to try and go on Sunday before both of us go on our trips. She's going to Baltimore to see my cousin, and I'm going to Orlando. I think I've said that way too many times. Anyways, and the three of us will celebrate. And even like last night, after I got home from getting my nails done, Luke made dinner for us. It was just a chill night. We had dinner. We found a new TV show to watch, which, has anyone watched Surreal Estate? It's like exorcism meets real estate realtor. Like, Grandma and I like the show Evil, and we got really big into this show last night. I think we watched 3 episodes. It was a chill night. It was a very chill birthday night. She missed one of the episodes because she went to bed. So I turned that on for her while I started filming. But it was chill. So what was I talking about? Oh, tonight going to Hokkaido for sushi, which is one of my favorite places. And if you live in Norfolk, Virginia Beach area, I prefer Hokkaido over anywhere else in the area. I feel like it is the closest you'll get to Japanese sushi in this area. I have other places that I'll go, but I prefer Hokkaido, and Luke loves Hokkaido. He's a very picky eater. Like, he's not a huge fish person, like, especially if fish tastes like fish, he's not eating it. So this is kind of like a cream to powder type of highlighter. Also, I'm not wearing this shirt out tonight, but I just want to be comfortable while I got ready, because doing my hair takes a minute, doing my makeup takes a minute. All right, now let's fix my cheeks, because I made a mistake. And I have the Beach Stick Lip to Cheek Dewy Color Pop. These I really wish I had remembered to do before I did powder. The rain is coming down, and see, I was just like, I'm gonna put my hair back, and Luke is like, I got an umbrella, I will hold the umbrella so your hair doesn't get wet. And I was like, he's such a sweetheart. All right, so I picked this one up in Moon Beach. Ooh, look at that. I'll swatch them right here. That's really pretty. This kind of gives me, that's not orgasm vibes. Sorry, I'm not trying to compare it. And then this one is Las Salinas. Ooh, that is really pretty. Now, I think I want to do this one actually. When I received them, and I've never had this happen with a Charlotte Tilbury makeup product, this was actually in the cap, and I was able to press it back in. Like, I just tapped it on my hand, it fell out of the lid back into the container. I was able to press it back in. So if you get yours and it's like that, just bump it on the bottom, let it plop back into place, and then press it back in. You'll be fine. I'm just saying. Ooh, now let's see, ooh, yeah, see, I really want this one. I don't think I want to like put it directly on my cheek. I don't want to chance that it takes my makeup off. I think what I'm going to do is twist it up a little bit and use my powder brush, which it looks like I need to clean it. It's stained. I'm not sure which blush stained it, but it did. Okay, so it looks like I picked up some. Okay, I can see. Okay, yeah, there's a wash of color. I thought I wasn't putting anything down, and I was like, oh no, there's nothing there. There's color. I mean, it did say it's a dewy cheek color pop, so I just have to build it a little bit. I feel like this would have been better if I had remembered to not put powder on first. It's starting to build, but I feel like I should put some powder on top of it just to like mute it down a little bit. It's giving a pretty flush. I feel like the dampened sponge is depositing a little more evenly, vice the brush. See, I like this better. It feels like it's taking forever, but I'm also not trying to like look crazy tonight either. I give Luke props for trying to like put plans together. Planning is not his forte. I do a lot of our like planning and stuff. At Christmas time, he took me home to Texas. that man will fly by the seat of his pants and think that I'm going to be okay with it. I need an idea. Not like a set plan, every place that we're going to go, but like I need an idea of things that we're going to do. Like Jamie and I know that for Orlando, we're going to Epcot one day. We're doing Animal Kingdom. We're doing one day of Universal and Islands of Adventure and hopping between the two. Those are set. Do we know what rides we're riding or whatever? No. No one does. But we at least have an idea of what we both want to do, and like we coordinated our outfits, but I like to have an idea. Okay, so honestly, I like this better than this. I feel like the brush deposited way too much right through here. I am going to mute it down with some powder. Let me know, which side do you like more? This side that I used the sponge on, or this side that I used the brush and the sponge on? And have you tried these? Is there a better technique than what I'm doing? Because so far, I think I'd like them better if I had remembered to not put powder on first. They're pretty shades though. I look forward to using these some more. But I'm excited for tonight. I don't know who's going to be there. I know we're going to Hokkaido. I think he got a cake. Like, he was adamant that the place he wanted to go to had or allowed him to bring the cake. So I think he did. So grab just a little bit of powder just to set it into place. It is what it is. I hope when I do setting spray, it just kind of melts it all into the skin. And then we need highlighter. I don't think Luke will ever try and surprise me again for my birthday though. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty. That's really pretty. Let me go do some brows, liner, mascara. Actually, I'll come back for mascara because I have a new one and I'm really excited to try it out. Okay, you guys, brows and liner are done. Now I have a new product from LYS. This is their Lash Confidence Mascara. I love their component. It's just that triangle shape, but I have loved every single product I have tried from them so far. And it's not the only new product I have from them to try today. I also have their new setting spray, so I'm really excited. But let's dive into the mascara. So it does have a curved wand. Look at the bristles. That is a lot of bristles. I feel like this is gonna pull the lashes apart and just make them look very full. I did already curl my lashes. Oh yeah, it's pulling all of them apart. I don't know that you guys can see it until I turn my head this way. The biggest one is when I do my bottom lashes because there's no liner down there. There's just so many lashes. I'm gonna go in with another coat before I do these eyelashes so you just can see the difference. Because right now it looks like I don't have lashes, period. They are a very light brown to blonde, hence why I use black mascara. All right, going in for a second coat. Let me know what you think. And that was just 2 coats. That's just 1 coat, you guys. Let me know your thoughts. Have you tried this mascara? Definitely going to continue to use this. Now, I tend to do my setting spray before I do my lips. It's just preference. And I have the LYS Natural Finish Skin Loyalty Blur Mattify Set Makeup Setting Spray. Still the triangle component. I really like the, what is it, satiny finish. Sometimes I word. All right, let's see what this spritz looks like. Ooh, doesn't have a insane scent, and it's very fine mist. I'm really excited for this. It's so fine, it feels like nothing, but like I can see where it's on my skin. Like I know it did it. It feels so nice, you guys. All right, and then I use my sponge to just kind of press it in. I will say for future, I will be doing the blush sticks before I set my face. It did pull my makeup right through here. That is my fault. I will try before I set my face next time. Otherwise, I like the foundation. I like how my skin looks. I like the color of the blush. I don't like what it did to my skin after I put it on top of powder. One more. Just for good measure. It feels so nice and light on the skin. If it has a scent, it's not overpowering and I can barely smell it. So I don't mind that. Now, for lips, I have the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush lip gloss, lipstick, lip blur. It's in the shade Pillow Talk. So if I don't like how it is without a lip liner, I can go and get my Pillow Talk lip liner, define my lips a little bit more, and then see what it's all about. But I have some blurring lips from other brands, like Clarins has a nice one that I really like, but I want to see what this looks like. It looks like a lip cream. It actually feels like a lip cream. Oh, it has a light scent. It's kind of like vanilla. So I don't feel like I need a lip liner with this. It feels so good on the lips. It's very creamy. It's blending nicely. The lips are misshapen, but that's normal. I'm used to that. Like that's the one reason I would put a lip liner on it, is to fix the shape of my lips. Otherwise, there's something going on outside the door or outside the window and I'm like, I don't know what that is. Besides the rain. Okay, you guys, I'm back and this is the final look. I'm really liking how my makeup turned out, with the exception of my cheeks. The blush, I don't think it was meant to be put on top of powder. That was my mistake. I even said it early on in the video that I had cream blush to put on. I forget. But the next time I use it, I will try it before I put powder on. Otherwise, I think my makeup looks really beautiful. I like the skin, foundation, concealer, all of that. I don't know what's going on with my lines up here. Maybe been having too many expressions, I guess. It is what it is. I know I have my lines up there. I'll deal with it. Otherwise, I like these chrome shades from Lethal. Let me know if you're checking out Lethal Cosmetics, if you're trying out any of their eyeshadows. I love their palettes that they have where you can get all the shades and it's not a horrible price. Like their palettes are beautiful quality, blendability is there. And then I also like the fact that if you don't like all the shades in the palette, you can build your own, which is amazing. I feel like if more brands did that, I would be much happier because there's some shades I get in palettes that I never touch. But I love these chrome shades. Do I think I could have done without the purple or the blue and just done one shade? Probably, but I like them. They're really pretty. The lip, it's not really drying down, so I'll just be careful, especially because my hair is down. But I do like the blurs. They're not as blurred as like the one I have from Clarins. I think if I had done less though, it might be a little more blurred. Whereas I kind of went in on my lower lip and then it just transferred to the top. Let me know, have you tried these? Do you like them? Any of the products that I used, are you picking them up? Do you have them in your collection? Are there any that I need to try that I haven't tried yet? The powder from Givenchy, this was a splurge for me, but I'm interested to try it on other foundations and concealers and see how I like them. I like how fine milled the powder is. I think my skin looks really nice and smooth, but I will continue to use it, try it out, you know the deal. But let me know your thoughts. Are you picking up any of these products? Are you passing on any of these products? Or have you not heard of some of them? But you guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications of new videos. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Until my next video, you guys, bye. I'll see you in the next one.